All right, let's talk about something that drives website owners absolutely crazy. It's that mysterious connection between how your site feels to a user and where it actually shows up on Google. We're talking about UX and SEO.
I mean, how many of you have been there? You've done all the right things. You've got your keywords, you've built some links, you've dotted all the technical I's, and still, nothing. Crickets. So what gives? What's the missing piece here?
Well, here's the thing. The old playbook for SEO, it's just not cutting it anymore. The whole game is shifted. It's not about pleasing some mindless search engine bot. It's about people, real, actual humans. And if you've ever felt like you're just stuffing keywords into a black box and praying something good comes out, you are definitely not alone. But that whole approach is missing the single most important part of modern SEO.
Just look at this. We're seeing a massive shift, right? From the old way of thinking, keywords, bots, links, to what really matters now, humans, their experience and the value they get. That missing piece, it's user experience, UX. Here's a great way to think about it. Imagine a real-life store. All that old-school SEO work, that's like the giant flashy neon sign out front that gets people to walk up to your door. But UX, that's everything that happens the second they step inside. Is the place a mess? Can they find what they're looking for? Or is it total chaos? Because if the experience inside is terrible, they're going to turn right around and leave. And that sends a powerful signal, not just to other customers, but to Google, that your flashy sign was a big lie.
So let's be clear. What even is user experience? Simply put, it's how a person feels when they're on your website. You know the feeling. Think about the last time you clicked on a site and it was just awful. Cluttered, slow, you couldn't find anything, you felt frustrated, right? And you left. Now picture a site that was just a breeze to use, super fast, clean, and you found exactly what you needed in seconds. That feeling of relief, of satisfaction, that's good UX.
Okay, but this is the big question, isn't it? A feeling is, well, it's a feeling. It's subjective. How on earth does a computer, an algorithm, measure something like that?
Well, the answer is that they watch. They don't listen with ears. They listen with data. They track these things called user signals. And these are just the digital footprints of real human behavior that scream, hey, this was a great experience, or wow, this was terrible. You have to remember what Google's #1 job is, to give people the best, most helpful answer to their question. If they send someone to your site and that person has a horrible time, it doesn't just make you look bad, it makes Google look bad. And they have every incentive in the world to stop that from happening.
So let's talk about a classic example of a user signal, bounce rate. This is super simple. Someone clicks on your link in the search results, takes one look at your page, and immediately hits the back button. That's a bounce. It's literally the digital version of walking into that store, taking one sniff, and noping right back out the door. It's a huge flashing signal to Google that says, hey, whatever this was, it wasn't the right answer.
And you want to see how something super tangible affects this? Take a look at page speed. This chart makes it painfully clear. As your page load time goes from a zippy 1 second up to just 5 seconds, look at that bounce rate. It goes through the roof. A slow website isn't just a minor annoyance anymore. It's actively telling Google that your site is a bad experience.
But here's the cool part. This whole thing can work in your favor, creating this awesome positive feedback loop. Check it out. A user finds your site and it's fast and easy to use. Because they're having a good time, they stick around. They click on things, they read more. Google sees all these fantastic user signals, like a low bounce rate and people spending lots of time on the site, and thinks, wow, this must be a great result. So what's the reward? They show your site to more people. It's simple. Great UX feeds directly into great SEO.
So look, this isn't just some high-level theory. These are real, actionable things you can focus on right now. We just saw how crucial fast page speed is for keeping people from bouncing. A mobile-friendly design. That's non-negotiable these days. Most people are on their phones. If your site is a mess on mobile, they're gone. And clear, simple navigation? That's just common sense. If people can't find what they're looking for, they'll leave. You want them to stick around, explore, and send those amazing signals to Google. And of course, the big one, having high-quality content that's presented in an intuitive layout. At the end of the day, that's the ultimate signal that you're delivering real value. These aren't just nice-to-haves or simple design choices. Every single one of these is a direct investment in your SEO.
And the best part? The payoff here is so much bigger than just a quick bump in the rankings. When you focus on giving people a great experience, you start to build genuine user trust. You get this sustainable visibility that isn't going to disappear with the next crazy Google update. You actually build real, lasting brand authority. And think about it.
What happens when people trust you and enjoy being on your site? They buy things. They sign up. You get higher conversion rates. This isn't about gaming the system. It's about building a solid, resilient foundation for your business online.
So really, after all of this, it comes down to one single powerful shift in mindset. Just stop trying to please the algorithm. Stop trying to guess what the bots want. Instead, pour all that energy into creating the absolute best, most helpful, most enjoyable experience for the people you're trying to reach. If you do that, I promise you, the search engines will notice and they will follow.
So I want to leave you with the question to really think about. Go take a hard, honest look at your own website and ask yourself, is this site designed for a search bot or is it designed for the actual person using that search bot? Because the answer to that question will probably define its success.